Hey, folks. Hey, this is Wesley, Billion-Dollar Virgin here. Tonight is Man Talk, okay? Tonight is Man Talk, which means that this live here tonight is only for men. If you're not a man, if you don't have a penis, well, this is not for you. Sorry, ladies. Yesterday, I had a rant, and men wanted me to do a Man Talk. So we're going to talk about a very cool topic here. And we're going to talk about why your woman should never be number one in your life. Oof. It's going to be a tough one here tonight. Especially if women decide to stay on. Women, please, if you don't mind, we'll save a talk for you tomorrow night. Or maybe the following night. But tonight, got to talk to my man here. Okay? So this is Man Talk. Man Talk only. Share this out to every man that you know. Women, you can share this out as well and take your ass to bed if you don't mind. I want to say that very kindly and politely. We love you, queens, but tonight we're talking to the kings, okay? Talking to the boys that want to be men. And we're talking to the incapable men who would like to be capable men to date you, right? Because I'm very sure and clear that almost all women want to date a capable man. Right? Provider, protector, financially astute, good looking, smart, intelligent, and that can have intellectual conversations. Okay? So, Mr. Wesley Virgin, I'm on the way here. So women, please don't stay on, because I know you're going to have the tendency to want to stay on, but be coachable for once in your life and just leave, because you're going to hear something that's going to hurt your feelings. And you're going to want to share your views, and you're going to open up your mouth. And you're going to want to comment in the chat box. But this is for men, okay? And men only here, okay? I need to teach them and show them why women would never be number one in their life, ever. Even if you're married, I don't care, never. Okay? And I'm going to explain that here. But to all my men, hey, welcome to another Millionaire Midnight Rant Man Talk edition. This is Wesley, Billion-Dollar Virgin here. If you're live on my Instagram account, well, you're fully aware that I go live each and every night. It's 12:50 here. I'm a bit late. I've been working quite a bit here recently. We're replicating my current course, which is the Genie Script course, and we're translating that into Spanish. So Latin America, get ready. You're getting ready to see and hear Wesley Virgin in countries such as Spain, Colombia, Mexico, Argentina, just the top 5 Spanish country on the globe here. So I feel very grateful to serve you, and I promise you I won't let you down, and we have something cooking for you as well. But listen up, tonight we're going to talk to men, and men, I want to talk about women, and because men, listen, and that's be honest here, okay? Women. I just got off the phone with a woman. Women are such a distraction here. And I'm going to share some stories with you as well, because I want you to understand how much a woman can be a distraction in your life when you're trying to acquire wealth. Okay. When you're trying to be a capable man. And I've already defined what a capable man is. A man that could be a provider. He's financially astute, intellectual, emotionally intelligent, and he has his physicality in order as well, okay? And a great communicator as well. So until you do that, it's going to be very difficult for you to be a capable man to date a woman here. But women are a distraction, okay? How many of you men understand that? Now, men, let's get deep here tonight. Have you ever wondered why you can't resist women? You ever thought about that? For the men that find it hard to resist women, okay? I mean, you can meet a man, he can say, I'm focused, man, I'm going to do what I got to do. I got this, I got to recreate my life. I need to get a new job, get a new business, get my credit right, get this right. And as soon as the woman that he sees draws his attention, it's almost like he never had the conversation with himself that he said that he was going to be a capable man. You ever thought why that is? And the reason why I think that's a very appropriate question, because until you kind of understand why you're doing what you're doing, it's going to be very difficult to fix it. Okay? A lot of you men on here, the reason why you're poor and average or you don't make 100K per year is probably because of some women or women that are in your life, and because you can't tear yourself away from them to be able to build the life that you want. Who am I talking to? And man, let's be honest here. If we're going to have a man talk here, listen, let's take off the fucking egos, right? And let's talk man to man. I'm here to help you. I used to have a problem with women as well. Like in my 20s, oh man, I was a beast. You have no clue. I mean, I'm not saying I was a womanizer, but I had plenty of women. And that's all I focused on. That's all I was focusing on every day. You know, just women, meeting women. And the more I would work out, the more women I would get. And the more I was an asshole to women, the more women came to me. So, listen, I've been where you are. But some of you in your 30s and 40s and 50s, and you're still like that. But your bank account is not a reflection of who you should be. Does that make sense? Okay. So let me tell you why it's very difficult, and let me use some psychology behind this and give you some history here. The reason why men, it's very hard for us to repudiate or to reject women is because we don't get attention from women, right? Or we don't get the amount of attention from women that women get from men. Does that make sense? It's not equal. Okay. I understand some of you men are handsome. I get it. Some of you men are great talkers. So you may get, your fair share amount of women. But listen, but as it relates to women, you get nothing. You don't get the attention. So what happens with a man when he does get the attention from a woman? Because usually, unfortunately, men are fall in love, or the likability is higher than it is with the woman as it relates to liking the man. What I'm saying is the man tends to like the woman more, which you should never be in a relationship like that, ever. And I'm explaining why as well. But the reason why it's very hard for men to reject women, most men, are to get focused on what they need to do, because they just don't get that type of attention all the time, right? They don't get the attention from women. So when they do get the attention, it's like this rare moment, and then men tend to run that way, or men tend to allow that be a distraction. Okay? Does that make sense? I want you to understand this, and I want you to listen to me close. Women are going to like this. Women will keep you poor, and women will keep you average. Now listen, let me clean that up. It's not because women are bad people. They're great. They're awesome. I love women. They're angels. But women will keep you poor. And they will definitely keep you average. Women will keep you exactly where you are. And let me tell you why. Because I know some men like, no, man, my woman supports me. My woman believes in me. But listen to me, man. Can I just be honest with you here? A woman that supports you or supports your dreams, and a woman that believes in your dream, it's not enough to make millions of dollars. Okay? Let me say it one more time. You can have a woman that supports your dreams. She can believe in you and give you compliments. Say, baby, you can do it. You got this. But that is not enough. It's not even 5% for you to be able to earn millions and become a wealthy individual. Can I make that clear? Because I know some of you men believe that you want to build it together with the woman. That's wrong. And whoever taught you that was incorrect. It sounds good, right? Like, it sounds good. I want to build an empire with my woman. And my question to you is why? Why do you want to build it with her? Why not build it without her? And then once you build it, bring her along for the ride. Why pick her up in a Honda Accord and say, baby, we're going to work towards the Rolls Royce? Then just pick her up in the Rolls Royce and say, babe, I'm fit to pick you up in the Rolls Royce as we continue to move forward. Does that make sense? Men, hello? Your woman should never be number one in your life. That's the topic here. Why? Listen, most women on the planet, they believe that the man should make them number one, right? I should be the number one man thing in your life. I should be the number one thing. But one thing you have to understand about women, first of all, she's just talking. She don't want you to be. She doesn't want to be number one in your life, because how do you define that? Like, what does that mean? Does that mean you need to call her every day? Does it mean you need to text her good morning every day? Does it mean you got to send her flowers every day? It means you got to have deep conversations every day with her? Like, how do you define number one? Right. First of all, a woman, listen, a woman would rather have a man that has a purpose than a man that doesn't. Can I get amen, please? Let me say that one more time. Listen close. For all the men out there that think that they're going to make their woman number one in their life. I don't care how much you love her, like her. I don't care if you've been with her 50, 30, 80. I don't care. Okay? A woman will fall in love faster with a man with a purpose than a man that doesn't. See, a man that doesn't have a purpose for his life, then his focus is his woman. And he believes his purpose is his woman, or making his woman happy. But what he don't realize, he is devaluing himself. Women want to be around a man that's confident. Women want to be around a man that has the attention of women and men. Women want a man that's unapologetic. Women want a man that knows how to stir up her emotions in a very healthy way. And you can't do that if you make her number one. By making her number one, you become a yes man. Everything your woman wants. Yes, okay, baby, I got it. I'm going to do it. Okay, yeah, you number one. You everything. You all that. And see, that sounds good. But no woman wants that. Let me tell you why women don't want that. Because when you become very predictable as a man, women get bored. And when women get bored, they begin to cause chaos. And when they cause chaos, now it's an opportunity for them to cheat. It's an opportunity for them to interact and to honor infidelity matters. Not all women, but that's what tends to happen. Men, are you with me? Am I making sense here? So, one skill you have to teach yourself, it has to be taught. You have to teach yourself to do this and condition yourself. Realize that women would never be number one in your life, ever. You should never make her number one. You say, baby, you're number one. You're number one, but you're second to my purpose. Make sense? My purpose is number one. Now, for all the men that doesn't have the purpose, well, you don't deserve to have a woman yet. Because a man without a purpose, in my opinion, cannot have a functional relationship. You can't. And if you don't believe, you just got to read more books, Read the book, The Way of the Superior Man. And I'm just not talking from books. I'm talking from experience here. Like of dating several women, understanding their needs and their wants. A woman admires a man that has a purpose. See, a lot of men think that good looks or, maybe a ton of money is enough to keep a woman. That is incorrect. I'm going to tell you men something here. I've never shared this before. Let me tell you what women love most about a man. If there's any women on here, which I know they are, they will categorically agree with me. And it's not a man's money. Women like money, yeah, of course. And women like a man that looks good, of course, right? Sexy man, of course. Tall man, I get it. Listen, but what a woman loves most about a man is a man that can teach her something that she don't know. A man that can inspire her in a way that makes her feel something that she's never felt before. Does that make sense? Now, that type of man will have a woman forever. Men, are you taking notes? Like, listen, man, I want you to have money. I want you to get your body in order. I want you to look presentable as well. Smell good, look good. But let me tell you something. If you want the hearts of your woman or women, you have to teach her something. You have to teach her something that she don't know. You have to inspire her. You have to have the ability to make her feel something that she's never felt before. And I'm not talking about sexually. You have to learn how to stimulate and pierce the deepest part of this woman's mind. Man, are you listening? And you know, the reason why I'm talking about this topic here tonight, because a lot of men jump on here and say, oh man, my woman cheated on me. My woman's doing this. My woman's acting this way. My woman's doing this. And, you know, I find out a lot of you men, you bitch and complain about your woman a lot. A lot of men bitch and complain about their woman, complain about their baby mama, complain that this girl did this. This girl want too much. This girl want me on it for my money. I mean, I hear these men bitching and complaining. And what you don't realize, men, listen, if you're like that, then you're no better than the woman that you're dating. You're just like her. And women don't want to date a woman unless she's a lesbian. What I'm saying is a lot of you men, you act like pussies, okay? Like women. If you're complaining with your woman, if you're complaining about your woman, if you're arguing about your woman for hours and hours and days and gossiping with your friends about how your woman is this and how she don't do this, then you're a pussy. Because that's what women do. Women go to their friends to talk about you. And if you're doing the same thing, then you're just like her. It's no wonder why you have issues and problems. Listen, men, you have to learn something. You have to learn how to be quiet. What do I mean by that? This aligns with the trait of emotional intelligence. Okay? Whenever your woman, I don't know, is acting a certain way, understand your woman is acting exactly how you're acting towards her. What I mean is she's only responding to your actions. Women are great followers, by the way, extremely. That's why women are, they say, well, if you cheat, I'm going to cheat. Well, if you want different women, I want different men. Like, women are great modelers. They love it. This is what they do by nature, especially when it comes to men. Because there's a lot of women that want to be men. When I say that, they want to be leaders. They want to be in control. They want to have money. They want to have power. They want to have big necklaces like men. They want to have nice, beautiful cars like men do. Right? So they are great modelers. So whenever your woman is acting a certain way, just how I want you to think, man. You ask yourself, well, she's probably acting that way because of response of what I'm currently doing. Listen, if you act in a way that demonstrates power, that demonstrates a man that's capable, a man that's a provider, a man that has a sense of emotional intelligence, she would naturally be more agreeable. She would naturally capitulate towards you. And she would naturally become the woman that you want to be. But a lot of you men, you don't get it. And a lot of you men are listening to your woman As far as when she tell you, well, I should be the number one person in your life. I should be all you think. I should be all this. And say, baby, let me help you out. Say, baby, I love you. I do love you. And you're important to me. But my purpose is first. And listen, man, this is what you got to understand as well. If your woman doesn't respect that, if she's not down for that, if she don't understand that your purpose for living is number one in your life, you let her go. That's another thing, man. You gotta learn how to let women go. It's very difficult for men to do this. You know, men, unfortunately, typically men or women, they initiate breakups, they initiate divorces. They're the ones that cheat first, you know, you don't know it. You know, by the time you find out, it's been 2 to 3 years, right? Because men are slow. They don't see it. They don't even see the signs because they're not paying attention. That's why, right? Men, are you listening here? Okay? She should never be number one, ever. You tell her this. You tell her this. You let her know when you're dating a woman, you're going to say, hey, I just want you to know, my purpose is first. See, women love not just a confident man. A woman loves a man that's very certain about who he is. They love it. You can even think about, and I'm not saying you should be a pimp, but think about pimps and womanizers and, you know, all these type of people, which is obviously derogatory and negative. But women love a man that's certain, even if he's leading her in the area of devastation. But if he's certain about what he's talking about, if he's serious about it, she will follow. Most will follow. Does that make sense? And the question that you should be asking me is, well, Wesley, how do I become that? One, you got to realize that if you're chasing vagina, if you're chasing women, you will always lose money. You will always lose and have a degradation of your skill. And you will never become the man you're supposed to be. Like never. If you're chasing women. First of all, you should never chase. And if you are that man that chases women, that means that you're not a capable man yet. Because see, a man that's capable, okay, well, women chase him. Are you with me here? So you have to make a decision. Which one do you want to be? You want to be the man that chases women every weekend, got to go to the clubs, go find you something. You know, you're always on the dating apps, always on the Tinder, swipe left, swipe right, trying to find you one person that's actually going to reach out to your ugly ass. Right? Right, man, we know what you do. Come on now. You know, all these different apps. You know, the only thing you're looking for is sex on the hunt. You know? And what you don't realize that you're debilitating yourself. You're robbing yourself of the opportunity to be a capable man. Are you with me here? Okay. Does every man understand why they should never make their woman number one? And let's go a little deeper here. Men that want to be rich. How many men want to be rich and wealthy? All of you. Well, you shouldn't be dating any woman. You shouldn't be fornicating with any woman until you become wealthy. At least make your first $1 million. Does that make sense? You know, men ask me this all. What's the fastest way? Oh, the fastest way to make $1 million is to completely reject every woman in your life for the next 2 to 3 years. Don't spend any time. Why? Because the time that you spend with women is very emotional. You start to like them. You start to feel something. Oh, I want to be with you. Oh, I wish I was over there with you. I wish you was over here in between my legs. I wish I was doing this to you. You know, this is emotions, folks. I mean, and these emotions are necessary for you to build the company, the business. Why? Because building a company and a business is very emotional. Can I get an amen? It is. Times that you fail over and over again, that's your emotions. You get pissed off. You get tired. You invest all that money and you fail. It's emotional. Okay? So look at that. We got a woman on here that said, but still women don't like men that's unavailable all the time. Listen, I'm not talking to women, but men, I don't want you to listen to that. Don't even believe that. Men, if you're dating a woman and if you're just unavailable because you're working to provide, that's not the woman for you. That's it. What I want you to understand, men, that there are more women on this planet than there are capable men. Let me say this one more time. You got to understand the ratio. You know, for all you men that fall in love so quickly and get involved with women so quickly and allow women to destroy your lives, well, I want you to understand there are more women on this planet that are available to men. Beautiful women, submissive women, obsequious women, pretty women, great values, old school values on this planet than there are capable men. Okay? What does that mean for you? Become a capable man. Once you become a capable man, you have access to all the women. Does that make sense? You don't have to chase anymore. You don't have to beg. You don't have to change yourself. You don't have to put up with shit. Do you think I put up with anything when it comes to a woman? I'm not that flexible with women. I'm not, period. I'm just not. Because I don't have to be. Does that make sense? You know, I get it. You know, people, oh, you're going to be flexible in a relationship. I believe that to a certain extent. But what I've learned is the more money you have, I'm telling you, the more power that you have, the more options that you have. When you become and you start to climb that hierarchy as it relates to a man's capability to be able to not only run and own and conquer his life, but he's able to have such power because of the money he has. He's able to influence others as well. Well, what tends to happen is the woman is more flexible than the man. If you're the type of man that you're always changing for your woman all the time, right? You're changing for her. You know, changing who you are for her. You're in the wrong relationship. You need to be in a relationship with yourself. Because the man is capable. He understands his power. He understands his significance. And he understands his value on the planet as it relates to women. Okay? Now, the reason why I tell you all this, because I want you, one, men, to stop chasing women. Two, I want you to understand that you have to pause and stop repeating that, well, I just can't not deal with women. I just can't. You know, they're everywhere and they just come to me and I just can't let them go. I just can't get away from them. I just gotta have someone. I gotta have sex. I gotta have. That's a man that is not in control of himself. Okay? Men that are rich and successful, they're able to control themselves. A man that's unable to control himself, why he's pursuing wealth, why he's trying to pursue success, well, he will never be successful. Are you with me here? I want every man to put their age below. I want you to look at the ages here. Look at the ages of the men that's in this chat here tonight. How many men right now on here has $10,000 in a bank account? How many men on here makes $100,000 plus every single year? How many men run a profitable business that's earning $1 million? And just look at the comments below. The comments tell you everything. You got men in here that are 26, 30, 31, bad credit. Some of you have all these illegitimate kids. Can't take care of your kids properly. You have no money in the bank account, and you're living paycheck to paycheck. Think about it for a second. And I'm not blaming women, but I blame you because you have allowed women to distract you. And you don't realize that women have power over you. Right now, it's 1:18 in the morning. If the right woman called you right now and said, come over here. This thing in between my legs is leaking. It is juicy for you. It's tight. Even if you had to go to work at 5 o'clock in the morning, you would get your tired ass up right now. You would take a shower. You put some cologne on, some lotion on, put your clothes on, and you would drive 1 hour to go see that woman. It's crazy, isn't it? But you'll do it. Some of you men have done it before. Come on, confess. How many of you men, you got up 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. Girl call you. She coming from the club. Hey, what you doing? I'm coming over. Okay. Gotta learn to say no. Okay. Honestly. You think I haven't been there before? Of course. Before I get calls in the middle of the night, but now, first of all, you can't call me because my phone on Do Not Disturb, and I'll have almost anybody on my favorite list. All right, so you can't call me. But I've had women call me in the middle of the night. You're not coming over here in the middle of the night. Absolutely not. Like there's no woman that can call me right now for sex. No, I'm good. I'm being honest with you. There's no woman right now that can call me at 1 o'clock in the morning talking about they want to suck the life out of me. You know, because women use all types of, when they're horny, they get horny. Women don't care. They just like men. I want to do this to you. Nah, I'm good. I've had it before. And I'm like, no, not tonight. I'm asleep. Absolutely not. You have to learn to be that guy. Men, hello? You got to learn to be that guy. Men, you repeatedly tell me how serious you are about wealth and acquiring wealth and being successful and changing your life and being a better person, a better father. But I don't see it. Because the one distraction that is holding you back, you think it's not a distraction. Some of you men think, well, women, they're not distracting me. They're not distracting me. They are. Because they're taking your emotional power. And then you allow your woman to convince you that she's not a distraction. Oh, I'm not a distraction. I'll be over here. I'm not going to bother you. I'm not going to do this. Listen. If you're serious about building a legacy or building a business, a profitable business, build it alone. Don't build it with that woman. I don't care how nice and how supportive and how great she is. Don't build it with her. You have a better chance building it by yourself. This is honest advice to you. Okay? And I get it. You might think of that one person on the planet that's actually building a successful lifestyle, or they financially successful together and they're married. Yeah, but that's one. Maybe that's one instance. Most self-made millionaires, they did it by themselves alone, not with a woman, by themselves. Does that make sense? By themselves. And some of you men, I ask myself, how long does it take a man to understand that women are holding you back? You are allowing women to hold you back because of your inability to reject them, to tell them no. Why do you have to always tell women yes? You know why? Because women don't tell you yes. Or women, you don't get the attention from women like women get from men. Man, I only have this conversation with you because I love you. I care about you and I want you to win. I spent 2 years of my life being celibate. 2 years of my life not having any sex. As a matter of fact, I'm already rich. And right now, I'm choosing to be celibate. I'm choosing not to share not just my body, my emotional power with a woman. You know what I'm learning? The more I meditate, the more I just isolate myself, I realize that most women don't deserve my time. Most women don't even deserve me at all. A lot of you, man, you settle for anything. You settle for toxic women. You settle for women that berate you, belittle you, curse you out, hit you. And you justify what they're currently doing. And you tolerate everything. And then you blame her. You can't blame the woman because you've allowed her to be that way. The animal that you can't stand is the animal that you've created. Does it make sense, man? Okay? Does that make sense? And my question to you is, how old do you need to be until you wake up and realize that your biggest distraction is women? That you got to learn how to just repudiate them. You have to learn how to go places and not care any attention or not pay any attention to women at all. They're just like people. They're just like you. They wake up in the morning, they got to take a piss. They take showers just like you. You have to learn not to put them in this category that they're able to demand an emotional response from you, which is distracting. Man, am I making sense here? You wanted the fucking man talk, I'm giving it to you. Stop being a pussy. Stop acting like women. Stop complaining about women. Man, you used to complain so much about women, but you want to continue to date them. You want to continue to run after them. You want to continue to please them. You want to continue to change them. You want to continue to play and complain about them. I'm like, but why? My question is, what are you doing for you? And a lot of you men, you're so incapable. Why would a woman want to deal with a man like you? A lot of women, and men, you don't know this, but I'm going to tell you, a lot of women are settling with you. Like, a lot of you, your woman, how many of you have a woman in your life? Girlfriend, wife, husband, whatever. Over 90% of women that are with you right now, they're settled for you. I swear to God, they settled. You're not the model man. Does that make sense? You're not the man that she's been dreaming about. She's the man that she just settled for because she don't want to be alone. Now, I know you men hate this. You hate to hear that, right? Yeah, this is for men only. Women, get out of here. This is not for you. Please, get out. Men, women, get out. Now. Okay? But man, let me tell you something about your woman. Your woman has settled for you. She don't desire you. She don't want you. She's settled. You don't like that, huh? She has. And you might say, well, Wes, how do you know? Listen, I've been with plenty of married women. I'm not happy about that. I've been with plenty of women who has a man in their life. She settled for you. She has. She settled. She is not what you, she don't want you. That's why you have so many problems. See, you know what I've learned just from dating women? A woman that wants a man, she'll change for him. She would do very interesting things. She would do whatever it takes to keep this man. She'll cook if she never cooked before. She'll clean. She ain't never clean. She'll go to the gym. Never worked out in her life. And she will go work out. I used to date a girl like this. She was beautiful. She was gorgeous, right? But I like women that work out. And she tried to work out. She hated it. But for me, she tried to work out. She didn't like to cook. For me, she tried to cook. See, when you see women going outside of her character, because women always be like, oh, no, I don't do that. I don't do it. But when she starts to do that means she really likes you. But if your woman is not putting any effort, if your woman just have this level of just disrespect, you know, you know what I'm talking about, man. You know, when a woman just start to outwardly just bluntly disrespect you or act non-caring and nonchalant, like she doesn't care, she don't kind of tiptoe around you, she don't like you. That's not your girl. Not at all. She's just tolerating you. Now the question is, how do we avoid all that? We avoid that by becoming capable men. We avoid that by explaining to women that she will always be number 2 in your life, period. That your purpose, whatever you decided your purpose to be, that's what's going to be your first love, not her. And she's going to want you more. Because in her mind, she's going to want to be number 1. So she's going to do whatever it takes. She's going to do whatever's necessary to be number 1. It's like she's going to continue to try and challenge herself to be the person that she'll never be. But she would try to be that person. Does that make sense? Man, let me pause here. Any questions for me here? Man, you're kind of quiet here tonight. I mean, I'm doing this man talk for you here. But what are your questions here? Okay? What are the questions here? Talk to me. I want to make sure all my men understand this, because once you leave this rant here, I want you to make a decision here tonight that you're going to cut off every woman that you're dealing with right now. Man, if you're not rich, you're not successful, I want you to dump your woman tonight. And you think I'm playing? I'm not playing about this shit. I tell men all the time, especially young men, just dump your girlfriend. Stop justifying why she's there. Stop telling me, well, she supports me, she believes in me. So what? It's not up for her to believe in you. You need to believe in yourself. Do you understand that believing in yourself is enough belief for you to make $1 million? I did it. I realized I had to stop requiring other people to support me. Many of you feel that you need some support. Well, I need somebody to believe. I need somebody but family, my girl, my wife. No, you need yourself. But you don't know that because you're always with somebody. Some of you men, you can't be alone. Got to have some woman in your life. Can't even be by yourself. Okay? Listen, men, you're not going to like this. But if you're in a relationship and if you're not rich, you're not successful, and that's what you want, that's your desire, tell your woman tonight, tell her tomorrow that you need to take a break. Say, baby, I love you, but we need a break. Why? What do you mean? I need to focus on me. I need to focus on my goals and my dreams. Does that make sense? See, capable men, they can do that. It's tough, it's emotional, but they know how to get over it, and they know how to compartmentalize that emotion. That's what you have to learn too as men. If you never learn that, women are going to walk all over you. I'm telling you, they're going to devalue you. They're going to belittle you. It's going to happen. Okay? Because of your inability to become the man that you were supposed to be. Questions here. How many of you men, for once in your life, gonna have some balls and tell your woman that it's over tonight? Tell her that it's over. Tell her you're done. It's gonna be the most difficult thing you do in your life. Yeah, of course. And I've been there. I've had one and only girlfriend in my life, and I was like 27, 28 years old. And I love that woman. And I've told the story so many times before, but I had to choose the purpose over her. I had to choose the dream of becoming wealthy. I had to let her know that I could no longer be in this relationship. A lot of you men, you wait until a woman cheat on you before you let her go. You wait until it gets so toxic. Then maybe you make a decision to let her go, but usually she let you go. But why not for the first time in your life, once you let her go, once you make a fucking decision, Won't you tell her that you're done? Tell her. I mean, you're not making progress, big head? Some of you are 40, 50 years old. Like, you're getting older. You're not making progress. Do you not see it? I know you're trying to build it with her, but it's just unlikely. It's not likely that you're going to build it with her. Okay? You got to build the empire without her. You got to get that thing started to $1 million without her. It is so much work. You don't realize how much work it is and how much emotional power you need to do this. You know, I wish I can explain it to you, but I'll never be able to really explain the difficulties of becoming wealthy and rich. Okay? Man, am I making sense? I want you to let it go. Okay? And the sad part is less than 5% of men is going to let the woman go tonight. Less than 5%. Okay. Questions here, talk to me. But listen, do you understand why your woman she just never can be number one? Listen, in my life, a woman would never be number one. Period. Ever. My purpose is always going to be number one. My purpose is what I'm doing right now today. If my woman says, you're keeping me up with all these rants, because I do my rants at midnight. You're keeping me up, Wesley. I can't sleep. I got to go to work in the morning. I said, you know what? Bet. You go to work tomorrow and make sure you don't come back. Because you're done. I'm taking your name off the list. You can't come here anymore. I'm going to solve your problem for you. Do you know I've never had an issue with a woman that have slept in my bed while I did my rant? And I've had plenty of women that have heard this rant right next to me. Yeah, plenty. And let me tell you something. They didn't have a problem at all. They didn't argue. They didn't complain. They said, you going to do your rant, baby? You going to do your rant? That's what they said. That's what they're supposed to say. Does that make sense? Because they understand that my purpose is first. Shit, my purpose is the reason why they want to be around me. How many men you think on the planet has a purpose for his or her life? For his life? Hello, men? How many men you think know exactly what their purpose is? Almost none. I would say less than 3%. Majority of men are just navigating and moving around the world looking for the next piece of pussy. Unfortunately. What girl they can bag, what girl they can get. And that's just disappointing, honestly. Any questions for me here, folks? Man, if you don't have any questions for me, I'm not going to do any more man talks here. I'm doing this man talk for you. So open your fucking mouths. Okay? And ask questions here. Because almost all of you men have issues with women. You allow women to control you. You can't even tell them no. You can't even communicate with them. Okay? Talk to me. Does this apply to marriage? Of course. Listen, this is what I tell you about marriage. Do you know if your relationship with your wife is toxic or not? Now, if it's not toxic, if it's not chaotic, okay. Well, stay. But is it going to be more difficult? Yeah, it is. To build wealth? Yeah. It just is. It will be more difficult. Because it's somebody you got to think about. Like whatever you do, you got to think about her. Imagine not thinking about nobody, just yourself while you're building wealth. So it's obvious to know that wealth can be built easier when you have no one than if you're married with someone. Okay? Does it apply to single guys? What do you mean? Does what apply to single guys? What if I desire to become a dating expert? Become one. Doesn't mean that you have to go bang and have sex with all these women, be promiscuous. Come on now. Is that what a dating expert does? Answer my question. Are you reading these words? Of course. How do you deal with mad physical and mental attractions? You mean from women? Listen, I can find a woman attractive. So what? I can say, oh man, she cute, she nice, she this and that. Okay, so what? Does that mean I have to go sleep with her? Does that mean that my mission is to conquer? No. No. What you mean how I deal with it? I can care less. But if I want something, I go get it. Like if I want her enough, I go get her. But most time, I don't. Because it's just not worth my time. And I am an extremely selective person when it comes to women. And the type of woman that you think I would date, you're probably wrong. Okay? What's next? And like I said, you can take what I'm saying here with a grain of salt. Because I know you got some hard-headed men on here. Oh, no, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to do it with the girl. Okay, well, we'll see. We shall see. I can't wait till someone email me and say, Wesley, you said I couldn't become wealthy because I had a wife or a girlfriend. Look, no, I'm wealthy now. Well, I'm waiting for that email. I'm waiting for that video. We'll see. What about spending time and hanging out but no sexual relations? Just a female friend. No! Learn to be your own friend. God damn, I don't know. Why are you women and men, especially men, why is it so important for you to have friends? I was just talking to this young lady tonight, right? And I asked her, I said, so how do you feel about being friends with your ex? She said, oh yeah, I can be friends. I said, me? I would never be friends. I'm not going to be friends with my ex. For what? What are we going to talk about? My relationship? Some of you men are just insanely dumb. Like, you're just not smart. Like, why would I need, if I'm in a relationship with a woman, why do I need to have a female friend? Do you understand that's just a recipe for disaster? What happens if you have a good friend, someone that you dated before, someone you had sex with, and then you're talking to your girl, you have an argument with your girl, who you going to talk to? Oh, of course, you talk to your best friend. And now, before you even think about it, they're now your emotional support. You get it? Come on, man. I need you to wisen up. I need you to wise up here. That's good. I'm glad you already knew the answer. Cut them off. But honestly, even single guys, if you have a ton of female friends, for what? Cut them off. Are your female friends rich? Are they wealthy? Then what's the point? Cut them off. How do you get to the point that you don't care? Man, one day you just choose not to care. Maybe tomorrow when you wake up and you see your arm, which is your left arm, you decide that it's time for me to wake up. Okay? I would say care, but not too much. Care, but not too much. All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and let you go here. Man, you're not talking here tonight. I'm very disappointed in you because I thought there were going to be more questions here. But listen to it again. Remember, your woman should never be number one in your life. She should be number two until the rest of your life. I don't care how bad she begs for it, wants it, craves it. Doesn't matter. She's number two. Your purpose is number one. Navigate your life this way. And if you choose to do that, you will discover that all the women that you want, they will come very easily. Very, very simply. Because they know that you are rare. Right? So they'll start to be flexible with you. All right? Much love. This is Wesley, $1 Billion Virgin, and let's go.